A Supreme Court ruling has some people in the LGBTQ community upset just as Pride Month is beginning. This morning, the justices decided in favor of a Colorado baker who refused to make a cake for a same-sex wedding. KPIX 5's Emily Turner in San Francisco with how people here are responding. Emily?
Yeah, they raised the flag, the rainbow flag, this morning in celebration. But for a lot of folks, they had a hard time celebrating. They were frustrated. But the local legal experts that we've talked to say, hold on, not so fast, calm down, because when it comes to the day-to-day, this really doesn't have teeth.
What kind of country are we? What kind of country have we become?
On a day meant to celebrate the start of Pride Week, there are many in the community upset. Today's Supreme Court ruling is the reason. The court's opinion says Jack Phillips's rights were violated when a Colorado Civil Rights Commission ruled against him for refusing to bake a wedding cake for a same-sex couple.
It's horrific. I cannot believe that this Supreme Court is starting to roll back LGBT civil rights.
That's a sentiment and fear echoed among many today in San Francisco. But UC Hastings professor of constitutional law Matthew Coles says it's really unnecessary.
I think the most accurate word to describe this decision would be punt.
He says the Supreme Court opinion isn't about the cake maker, and it isn't really about the gay couple. It's about whether the Colorado Human Rights Commission gave the man a fair hearing.
I think it means that we know no more now about this kind of discrimination than we knew before the court took the case.
Instead, he says, the high court kicks the can down the road to be decided another day, simply stating, quote, the Civil Rights Commission's treatment of his case has some elements of a clear and impermissible hostility toward the sincere religious beliefs that motivated his objection. But Justice Kennedy does leave the door open for future cases involving LGBT discrimination.
The opinion takes an incredibly respectful tone to LGBT people and to gay marriage and says, it suggests in a number of occasions that it would really be wrong if an exception to civil rights laws were created that allowed, people to put signs up on their windows saying, we don't serve gay people, or even we don't serve same-sex weddings.
There were many people who hoped that this case would definitively say, does LGBT discrimination trump religious discrimination or vice versa? And legal experts say this simply didn't do that. So as a result, as you can imagine, many legislators are unhappy, especially those from California. In fact, Pelosi even went so far as to say there needs to be legislation put in place that changes that, so this kind of discrimination can't happen. Reporting live at City Hall, Emily Turner, KPIX 5.